Hello everyone! Welcome to the Colleen Gallagher Show. I'm just kidding, but maybe that is like a featuring moment. I should tag Yvonne De La Flor in this. A featuring moment of Colleen. The Colleen Gallagher Show. Welcome everybody. It is Friday, October 16th, and we are on day 16 of 31 of the month. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Colleen Gallagher. When you're watching this, do hashtag replay. And we did your favorite ice cream yesterday. Today, I'd love to know if you're watching on the replay or when you join, what's your favorite color? I feel like I've been really torn lately. My favorite colors growing up were always pink and baby blue. But it's interesting because of my Oracle cards, if you haven't seen them, I feel like orange is really popping in lately of one of my favorite colors. So anyway, let me know yours. And if you don't know me, I'm just super, super passionate about empowering people to live into their fullest potential, to see that they can live any life that they want, to truly fall in love with this world instead of just a career or person. And so out of this 31-day live series, I kind of probably confused you in the beginning if you haven't been here. in this 31-day live series, I'm doing it as the launch of my third book, An Uncompromised Life, which is all about a way that I compromised my character for love. And a lot of men and women do this, where we pretend we don't have needs, we don't have desires, we compromise what we really want out of a relationship because we think that there's no other option. So it's really a deep scarcity. We don't probably have the mental awareness to know that when we're in it. But the way that you would know you're compromising yourself is that you're constantly with someone, and when they're not with you, like they're away from you, you can't stop thinking about things they've said. You are constantly questioning yourself. You're wondering if you said the right or wrong thing. You feel like you never really know where the relationship is. Like you feel like it's either just dull friends or you feel like it's like romantic, but there's like no clarity of like where it's going, how it's unfolding. So you are lost in these stories in your head. That would be exactly what living a compromised life and relationship is. It's like if you can't go to your partner and communicate like, hey, these are the feelings that I'm having, these are the things that are coming up for me, like you can have that normal conversation because you're so afraid of what they may say, you're afraid of being rejected, you are in the wrong relationship, you're compromising yourself and it's not meant for you. So the result of myself putting myself, it was a narcissistic relationship where I was a spiritual codependent. I take full responsibility for co-creating it. As I don't believe we're victims, I believe we always are champions and can overcome anything. And so in this live series, it's the launch of my third book, but I'm talking about 31 ways that I broke my heart and then 31 ways that I made it a love story. And so today, specifically what I wanted to talk about, which is a really, really big one, is this idea of supplementing or overtaking your income with your passion project or your like business or your impact project, like whatever that it is. And so for those of you who don't know my story, I was in corporate right after college. So I graduated college in 2015 from Michigan State University, go green. And then I worked for a $23 billion company for 2.5 years. Left that, moved across the world to New Zealand, worked for them for 8 months, and then started my company in January of 2018. And so what I want to share with you, what I feel like is super on my heart, is that when I started my business, almost 3 years ago, 2018, 19, 20, 20, yeah, almost 3 years ago when I started my business, I was so focused on how to get the most amount of money as quickly as possible. And I feel like a lot of us, if we're at jobs and we want to leave the job, like we're like, I don't really like this job, I want to do something else, but I need the money. The more that we focus our passion project on monetary results versus impact results, why it's an artistic expression of who we are, the longer it will take us to supplement our income. So what I mean by this is my first year in business, I hired a mentor for $30,000, more than that really, but one of her programs was $30,000. And when I did that, it was a huge opportunity for me. It was a huge mindset shift for me because I had to understand that money wasn't the end all result. Money wasn't the end all be all. And within that mentor's program, they really, really worked on manifestation, really putting into your feelings, really into understanding why is it you're here, what is your purpose, and cultivating that. And so I feel like what I learned in that first year of business, if I look back, like what that $30,000 investment really was to me, was to understand that money cannot be the goal. And if money is the goal for you on your passion project or your creative project, it will only deter you from being truly successful, because the frequency of making money versus the frequency of I truly want to know that I'm powerful and I can create and design my own life and I can impact people, two very different frequencies. And if you're always carrying the frequency of stress, worrying about money, how am I going to pay the bills, what's going on, if you're always having that frequency, you're never going to be able to really use the creative abilities you have to tap into this frequency. And so if you're constantly here and it's always underwriting you, like I need to make money, how do I close this sale, how do I do this, instead of how do I authentically know who it is I am, what it is I'm really good at, authentically allow people to feel seen, to feel safe, to be themselves. Like, those are different questions you're asking yourself. Like, just hear the frequency of what I'm sharing. And so the longer that you go in the space of, I don't know like how I'm going to make money, I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet, I'm stressed about it. And trust me, I feel like we all get stressed about money. I think even if you're Jeff Bezos, like he said numerous times, there's so many mistakes that their company has made, but they haven't seen it because they made up for it. And there's more losses than the wins. Just luckily the wins outdid the losses. I don't know any business owners, and I know a lot of business owners from anywhere from, $100,000 all the way up to $1 billion. In that array of people that I know, not one of them has never said they have not been stressed about money. But the way that the recovery rate of feeling stressed or feeling anxious or feeling like there's a lot of money being given away, taxes, business mistakes, employee mistakes, that products got ruined, whatever that it was, like these are things that naturally happen in business. And so if you are someone who's constantly worried how you're going to get money from people instead of how you're going to creatively design and create a system or creatively offer something into the world, you will always feel short. You will always feel empty. You will always feel like you're grasping for more. And you'll feel like even when you do achieve what you want, you're still going to feel empty. You're still going to feel like it's not enough. And so one thing that I've really had to do to really move through this, because I repulsed a lot of clients from when I pushed a lot of clients away, I pushed a lot of people away. The one thing that I really, really had to do, I was just thinking there, I did it to a lot of people my first year in business. It was insane. Like I repulsed more money my first year in business than money that I made, because I was so like, I need to have this, I need to do this. And even though my business made 6 figures in my first year, like I still repulsed more money than I made. I promise you that. And that was because I literally felt that money was the end all be all, and God cannot give you something that you have not yet looked at, healed, or moved through for the highest evolution of yourself. So what I want to offer you of how you turn this to a love story is that you have to switch the language that you're communicating to yourself. If you have to really be committed to the journey of self-awareness. You have to really be committed to what are the thoughts that are going on inside of your head. You have to really be committed to going, what are the language that's coming out of my head? Am I saying to people that I feel like I'm stressed about money? I feel like I don't know if my business is going to make money. I feel like if whatever, like, are you saying those things? Or instead are you saying, I know my business is going to be successful. I know God's always supporting me. I know that when I co-create with the universe, everything will always show up in a divine order. Like, what is the language that you're constantly communicating and constantly sharing? Whew. And when you shift that, that's when you turn your heartbreak of how to supplement your money, how to overcome your money that your job's in for your new project. That's when it naturally just shows up in unexpected ways. That's when random checks in the mail come. That's when, like, somehow, this happened to me the other day. I just got a, a lottery ticket randomly mailed to me. I have no idea how this person, who mailed it to me or how it got mailed to me, and I won like $500 on it or something. Like, I can't make it up. Like, it just happens naturally. And so what I want to share with you here is when you're focusing on the money, you will always break your heart. When you're turning it into a love story, is understanding that you are here as a creative, you are here as a divine expression. You are here to be this pillar of light, this pillar, this channel, this medium that, I'm feeling the wording, that this pillar, this expression, this beacon of light that offers what it is you really want to see in the world. So to back that up, let me share a story. When I was in New Zealand, when I moved from America to New Zealand, all by myself at 23 23, 24, I remember I was so angry by government. I was so angry with how the government was working. I was so angry by how, I was just angry. I was an angry person. Like, I was angry that things didn't make sense. I feel like there was nothing I could do to take action. I feel like no one was going to listen. I feel like if I shared my ideas, like, the government might try and kill me because it was, like, so control-based. And I remember when I started this practice of yoga and meditation of 4 hours a day, that was so instrumental in my transformation in my life. That was such a commitment and discipline I did for myself because I knew I deserved to have a better life. I deserved to know that there could be greater things. Like, I deserved that. And so I, like, created that in so many beautiful ways. And so with that, I want to share, when you're on this and you share this live, remember you get entered in to win a drawing at the end of the month, October 31st, for my first book, Live Your Truth, signed by me, my third book, An Uncompromised Life, my oracle cards, and then the first person gets 2 one-on-one calls with me. The second and third person, you each get 1 one-on-one call with me. And so share this when you're on it so people know the message and can get it out there. And then the other thing is, when you receive this, and this is something you want to go deeper on, I have a whole chapter in my book called, my new book, An Uncompromised Life, called Becoming a Heart-Centered Business Leader. So understanding whatever it is you've gone through, whatever it is that you want to impact in the world, that you can absolutely rise up and do it. And then the other thing that I have is, when you receive this and you desire to practice some of these awarenesses, to practice some of these mindset tools, to practice understanding how to really tap into your soul, how to really live an uncompromised life, I welcome you to reach out to me. We have a special price for my coaching for the month of October as we're launching this. So I hope this serves you. I hope this adds value. Please let me know in the comments if you have questions or anything I can do to support you on your journey to living an uncompromised life, because you don't have to do it alone. And then lastly, I want to know, when you're watching this, you are so close to your heartbreak being over. You are so close to your pain passing through. And you are absolutely so close to falling madly in love in this miraculous world we get to exist in. You are worthy and you are deserving.